What's up, guys? So today I actually want to talk about responsibility in correlation with its freedom. And I think it's so important to know that you are directly free based on your level of responsibility. So when you decide to become more responsible for your life, for your actions, where you're going to go, how you're going to do things, your freedom and your time back is directly correlated to that. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to work. It doesn't mean that you don't have to build things. It doesn't mean that you don't have to operate in your roles in life. But what it does mean is this: responsibility and being responsible equals freedom. So let me give you an analogy of this. Let's just say you're a franchise owner of Chick-fil-A, right? The franchise owner is responsible for more people, for team, for more heavy decision making. And because he's responsible for more, or she, whoever it is responsible for more heavy decision making, more weighty decisions, they have more freedom and time versus the employee who is in high school, who is only responsible for running the cash register or running the fryer in the back. So you see how the level of responsibility is directly correlated with freedom, because that cashier running the cash register, they've got to be there. They've got to clock in on a certain time. They have to be there at a certain time. There's less freedom in that way. And they're still responsible to create work, but what they're responsible for, the value of the responsibility is smaller, right? Responsibility comes in value measures. It comes in increments of value to where the decisions you're making, the actions you're taking affect more. And value is based off the bigger, larger term effect. Now, I'm not saying that whatever you're doing for work now is not valuable. It is. Everything you do is valuable. And it's important to know that there's profit in all labor and there's profit in everything you do. However, the level of value comes from the level of responsibility, the level of decision making you have, and the decisions and actions you're taking, and the weight and impact they have on more people and more lives adds more value to that decision because it affects more people. So for instance, a cash register. At the cash register, you're checking one person out, maybe a family of 5. It only affects those decisions you're making to listen, to be engaged, to plug the correct information, to pay attention and focus. It is only going to affect 1 to 5 people at most, right? Versus the franchise owner, he's got the whole entire team. He has payroll. He has families underneath him. He has younger kids working in high school for him who are actually going to invest in their future, and that's a stepping stone. His decision making affects more in that way and affects more lives. The reason why I'm saying this is because when you choose to be responsible for your own life, you begin actually developing freedom. So responsibility also includes discipline. In order to be responsible, you must be disciplined to make the decisions that you need to make. And in leadership, when I'm leading people, I'm not thinking about me. And poor leadership is self-centered. You see a lot of that today, where there's a lot of poor leadership that is self-centered. But really healthy leadership really comes into where you are actually considering everybody else first and what is best for everybody else first. You're considering their families, their lives. You're considering hopes and dreams of other people. You're not just looking at yourself and being like, cool, how can I gain more? That's actually, I would say, I don't even have a word for that yet. I don't really have language for what I would call that, but I know that that is corrupt in terms of that, to where you're only self-centered. And that is not healthy leadership. Healthy leadership, where you're actually leading people and you're making decisions that affect more lives than just your own. All of that comes from a selfless position, a selfless heart position. And it comes from actually having real responsibility and self-discipline to do what's best. Because if you want to be responsible, you can't just be thinking about you. True responsibility is going to include you thinking about others and how you affect others. And the moment you start becoming more responsible for your life, the moment that you start becoming more responsible for your own actions, you want to think more and critically think more and build things and take responsibility, not waiting on other people to tell you what to do. You're going to really watch life change for you. It's going to get hard because now you're not waiting for other people to tell you what to do. You actually have to think and critically think, process, and move through different factors in life. and without waiting for somebody to give you a pre-built system, and without waiting for people to give you a pre-built plan or tell you what to do. Oftentimes when we're asking for advice, we want people to tell us what to do. And I'm not saying it's not important to get advice, but what I am saying it is important to make sure that if you really want to be responsible and you're looking to have more freedom in your life, you are asking for advice, but not from the heart position and not from that position of, hey, tell me what to do and just fix this issue for me. Think for me. So all that being said is the more responsible you are, the more freedom you will have, and the more discipline you have, the more freedom you'll have. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time. Catch you later. Peace.